morning, all of you. Today we have to see the revision of four chapters of ninth biology. That four chapters, one by one: cell, tissue, health and disease, and natural resources. These are that four chapters we have to revise today. Quality revision, quality revision we have to do now. First, cell. All of you know structural and functional unit of life is called cell. Who discovered the cell? Robert Hooke. Where he discovered the cell? In the bark of the tree. And all of you know the cell are of two types: prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. What is the difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell? True nucleus with nuclear membrane present in which cell? Eukaryotic cell. And in prokaryotic cell, that nuclear membrane is absent. So which is primitive cell? Prokaryotic cell. And which is advanced cell? Eukaryotic cell. That difference you have to see in detail. Prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Example of prokaryotic cell: bacteria. And eukaryotic cell: plants, animal cell. When we see the cell, cell consists of different cell organelles. Just like outer covering of the cell, both in plant and animal, is called what? Plasma membrane or cell membrane. And that is composed of what? Lipoprotein. And this is semi-permeable membrane. Only permission to selected particles given by this membrane. So it is called semi-permeable membrane, plasma membrane or cell membrane. In plant cell, this plasma membrane or cell membrane is having again outer covering, that is called cell wall. All of you know the composition of cell wall: cellulose and pectin. This is protective, gives the protection to the plant cell. After the plasma membrane, the next cell organelles is which? Nucleus. What about the nucleus? Who discovered nucleus? Robert Brown discovered the nucleus. A nucleus is double membrane structure. Nucleus is the heart of the cell or nut of the cell because it contains the genetic material that is present in the form of chromosomes. Chromosomes contains the chromatin and chromatin contains the DNA. And whatever the liquid present in the nucleus, that is called nucleoplasm. Okay, this is about the nucleus. Then cytoplasm. Whatever the fluid outside the nucleus and inside the plasma membrane in the cell, that is called cytoplasm. Both these liquid in the nucleus and liquid in the cell, both are called protoplast. Okay. After the cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum. This is the network of channels, we can say circulatory system of the cell or skeletal system of the cell present in the cell, that is called endoplasmic reticulum. This is of two types, rough and smooth. Why rough? That endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes attached on it, so it is called rough. And smooth do not have the ribosome. Okay, this is the endoplasmic reticulum. We can say this traffic system of the cell also. The next cell organelle is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus, the main function is packaging and distribution. This is the main function of the Golgi apparatus. Also secretion, packaging, distribution of the cell particles. That is the function of Golgi apparatus. Then lysosomes. Lysosome is the digestive system of the cell that contains the hydrolytic enzyme, digestive enzymes. Whatever the substances digest in the cell, that is due to the enzymes present in the lysosomes. Lysosomes attacks on foreign particles when comes in our body, that himself burst and destroys the foreign particles. So it is also called suicidal bag of the cell, that saves the cell by devoting or destroying themselves. Next, mitochondria. All of you know this is also the double membrane structure mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. Why called powerhouse of the cell? Mitochondria produces the energy, and that is in which form? ATP form. So the structure of mitochondria, outer membrane, inner membrane, and whatever the part which produces the ATP, that is called F1 particle. This is about the mitochondria. You have to see again in more details. Then plastids. Plastids present in the plants that are of three types: chromoplast, leucoplast, or third chloroplast. Chromoplast means color plastids. Leucoplast means white plastids. And chloroplast means green colored plastids. These are the different type of plastids. Then next, vacuoles. These vacuoles are larger and less in number present in plant cell, and smaller and more in number in animal cell. Vacuoles. Then the next, you have to revise all these cell organelles and difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Which is the primitive cell? Prokaryotic. And which is the advanced cell? Eukaryotic. Just nothing in this chapter cell. All cell organelles with structure and function you have to see. Next chapter, which? Tissues. What actually the tissues? When similar cells come together, that forms the tissues. And in plant cell, there are two type of tissues: temporary tissues and permanent tissues. Temporary tissues are which? Meristematic tissues are called temporary tissues. That are the dividing tissues that perform the mitosis process. And this meristematic tissue also having three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Apical meristem were present in the top of the root and stem. Then intercalary meristem were present at the base of the leaf, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem, whatever the cambium part in the stem, that is called lateral meristem. These are the three type of meristematic tissue. That are the temporary tissue. After that, the permanent tissues. Which are the permanent tissues present in the plants? Which are the permanent tissues present in the plants? Parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma means that is the outer covering that contains the chloroplast. That is called parenchyma. That is the photosynthetic unit. Then collenchyma, that gives elasticity to the plants at the base of the leaf, okay, flower. What the part that gives elasticity? Due to that, the leaf can bend, the stem can bend. That is due to the collenchyma. And the last, sclerenchyma, hard dead tissues in the plants, just like coconut husk covering up the nuts. This is the sclerenchyma, dead tissues. Now, the permanent tissues. Which are the permanent tissues present in the plants? Xylem and phloem. Xylem conducts the water and minerals, and phloem conducts the food and hormones. Which is the composition of xylem? Xylem contains what? Xylem, what contains in the xylem? Xylem contains xylem parenchyma, vessels, tracheids, okay, and the phloem contains companion tubes, sieve tubes, phloem parenchyma. This is the composition of the phloem. After that, the next part, animal tissues. Four type of animal tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, third muscular tissue, and fourth nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue means general outer covering tissues of the body, that is called epithelial tissue. Just like squamous epithelium, that is present in the inner lining of the mouth, our skin also, that is the squamous epithelium. Then the next, ciliated epithelium, whatever the cilia present in the respiratory tract, that is called ciliated epithelium. In kidneys, which cuboidal epithelium is present. In the endocrine glands, inward folding of tissues, that is called glandular epithelium. All these are the epithelial tissues. You have to write with their example where they are present. Then connective tissue. which connects the body. They are called connective tissue. Which is the liquid connective tissue? Blood. Which is the solid connective tissue? Bone. Which cells present in the bone? Matrix. How the matrix is made up of? Calcium and phosphorus. Then the next, cartilage, soft bones tissue. They are called cartilage. That are present in the nose, in the ear, in the trachea, in the larynx. These cartilage are present. Then ligaments, tendons. Two bones are connected by ligaments and bones are attached to muscles by tendons. Okay. These are also the connective tissues. Areolar connective tissue. They are present below the skin, around the blood vessels. These areolar connective tissue are present. Then adipose connective tissue. These are called fat storing tissues. They are having the cell adipocytes. All these are the connective tissues. Then the next, muscular tissues. Muscular tissues are present where? How many types of muscular tissues? Striated muscles, unstriated muscles, and third, cardiac muscles. Striated muscles means they are having the striations, bands. They are called striated muscles. Just like the tissues present in the muscles, they are having the light and dark bands. They are called striated muscles. Then unstriated muscles, that are also called smooth muscles, or we can say involuntary muscles, present in the digestive system. They are not under the control, respiratory system, they are not under the control of our body. So they are called unstriated muscles or unstriated tissue, or we can say what? Involuntary tissues. And third is cardiac tissue, that are only present in the heart. They are called cardiac tissues. These are the three type of tissues. Muscular tissues are actually striated muscles, unstriated muscles, and cardiac muscles. Fourth type, which is the fourth type? Nervous tissue, and that contains the neurons. Neurons, all of you know, axon, dendron, cyton, these are the part of the neuron that transmit the nerve impulses. This diagram also important, examination point of view. In this way we have completed the revision of two chapters, cell and tissue. Now the next chapter, health and disease. What is in this chapter? Health and disease. All of you know the definition of health: physically, mentally, socially, spiritually fit, that is health. And if this health deteriorates or something wrong in the health, maybe at body level, mind level, or what we can say, different type of disturbances due to microorganism and all, that is called disease. And disease also two types: infectious disease and non-infectious disease, which are transmitted by infection, just like air, water. Okay, that is called infectious diseases. Just like corona is infectious diseases. Non-infectious diseases, diabetes, BP, these are the non-infectious diseases. And also these diseases are also two types: acute and chronic diseases. Short-term diseases which does not affect on our body, they are called acute diseases. And the diseases which are long-term and affect on our body, that is called what they are called? Chronic diseases. Just like diabetes, BP, these are the chronic diseases. And acute diseases, short-term time, just fever, flu, coldness. This is the acute diseases. All of you know how the disease transmits by different ways: water, droplets of sneezing, coughing, physical contact, sexual contact. These are the different causes of transmission of diseases. When the disease occurs, how we can do control the disease? We can control the symptom and we can control its effect also by taking medicines, good food, everything we have to maintain, so we can prevent the diseases and also cover the diseases. Last chapter we have to see natural resources. What actually the natural resources? Everything present in the nature, that is called natural resources. Whatever the water, soil, sun, temperature, everything that is given by the nature for our survival of human being, that is called natural resources. We require water, we require soil for cultivation of plants, we require atmosphere, air for survival, oxygen. All these things are the natural resources. Even whatever the rivers, clouds, raining, all these are the things happening in the nature, natural resources. At first, in these natural resources, we have to see the biogeochemical cycle. Whatever the chemicals present in the nature that circulates, that is called biogeochemical cycle. First, water cycle, very easy. Water evaporates, makes the clouds. When friction of cloud again comes in the form of rain, water, this circulates in the nature, that is called water cycle. Nitrogen cycle, nitrogen present in the nature, that is absorbed by the plants by biofertilizers. At first that converts into nitrites and nitrates, then the plants use that for the production of protein. When that plants decomposes in the soil, again that converts. This cycle continuously flows. This is called nitrogen cycle. In lightning process also, that nitrogen converts into the soil and again absorbed by the plants. Then carbon cycle, you know the process, photosynthesis and respiration. What happens in photosynthesis? Food formation takes place, O2 is given out. That O2 is taken by us animals and we releases CO2. That CO2 is taken by the plants. O2 CO2 circulation takes place by photosynthesis and respiration process. This is what we call, say, carbon cycle. All of you got the carbon cycle? Then greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect actually? CO2 gas is increasing in the nature, that is retaining in the nature. Due to that, temperature of the earth is increasing. This is called greenhouse effect. Ozone layer. You know, ozone layer is present, umbrella, ozone umbrella. Due to what the ultraviolet rays of the sun that not directly passes, that get filtered due to this ozone layer. But due to the pollution, chlorofluorocarbons, refrigerator we use, holes, what the holes in the ozone layer that forming, that causing the dangerous effects, just like skin cancers, etc. After that, different type of pollution, air pollution, whatever the undesirable particles mixes in the air due to automobiles, industries, vehicles, that affects our respiratory system, even in the nature get polluted. This is air pollution. How to prevent it? Which type of prevention we can take to avoid the air pollution, that we have to see. Then the water pollution, undesirable changes in the water, whatever the discharge from the industries, companies directly into the water. Okay, whatever the pesticides farmers use, chemical fertilizer, with the flow of the rainwater that get mixes in the water bodies. This is water pollution. Especially the nitrate spot space increases, eutrophication occurs on the lake, algal bloom. Even that is costly, deadly for the aquatic animals also, and that water for drinking purposes, that is also dangerous effects. Then next, soil pollution. How the soil pollution takes place? Modern agriculture, we can say, fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, DDTs, okay, all that gets polluted, pollutes the soil. This is about the natural resources we have seen and how they get polluted. Very simple. Whatever the things present in the nature, due to that we can survive. That is called natural resources. And how the human being is responsible for the disturbance in these natural resources by different ways we have seen: water pollution, air pollution. So only these 4 chapters you have to revise for your annual examination. So best of luck for your annual examination. Be confident, be organized, face the exam systematically. Don't care Corona. Okay, thank you.